All right. So, okay. Not only I get a late start, I'm also having issues with the computer, or it could even be a browser issue crashing. Not good. Not good for trading confidence. Thankfully, I have other computers. However, my main ones for this is the one I don't use the other one for video stuff. But hey, how about that? First, we held the high tick at 93.50 based on this. I had drawn this. Well, look, I don't need to explain it. If you see my videos, they're pretty good. And found the lows here. These, um, I didn't cheat before God, I tell you. So I'm going to take out these green lines just to make it a little clearer. Okay, not important now what they are. We just know that area is good to make it a little clearer. I think I'll leave the 2618 because look at there are a lot of things happened around that area. I think that's kind of important. Um, so yesterday we had a bit of a flush. Later on, we had a neutral day. When we couldn't get above this poor high here, value was higher. We hadn't closed the gap yet. We had already kind of pierced the downside before we made that poor high. And once we came back down, as soon as G opened up way down here in the lower part of F, and couldn't get much higher over some time, we basically had a new distribution. And I don't know. I thought maybe it was going to rotate back up. That was a great possibility here, but you know what? Blush happened. The other thing is we were expected. Now I think I might have adjusted this one a little bit to make it to the downside of this gray area, and we did, and then some. Now I don't know. I thought that was a little. It doesn't matter. There's enough consistency in having these to the tick and all this stuff over time. I don't need to prove. Ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Okay. So here we are. Again, I know you don't want to listen to my blah blah more so as either copy these levels or figure out how to do them yourself, which is what I would encourage. Look, I don't want a bunch of babies. I've said before I didn't get into this to necessarily become a teacher or anything like that, but I just know how I figured out a lot of things on my own, and I know how the industry is so full of incomplete tool sets that really are money grabs, and unless you get unless fortunately you find the right spot and have enough you manage to work it out yourself, there's a good chance that you become a statistic because you find out that what you're being taught doesn't really translate into making a living trading or making it worth your while anymore after you've first of all had to pay a lot for education and secondly had to pay a lot in pain. Let me put it this way. Everybody congratulates someone when they get pregnant, but they never ask them how many times they got. And you might have to quite a few times before you get the pregnant, right? All right. So anyhow, so here we go. You can have that little joke for free. Good morning. All right. Right now, value's lower. We gap down. We did just close the gap. Looks like. See right here. Yep. Bang. Now, what didn't happen? What didn't happen yesterday is we didn't go higher. What didn't happen this morning is we didn't get acceptance, at least yet, within yesterday's range. We were rejected from even coming into yesterday's range by more than one tick. So what's the deal? Well, this is right now looking like just a retracement. Let's look and see if that A high is likely to hold for a minute. Okay. Now we are back into a balance area. There's a lot of congestion in here. There's a lot of inflection points. That means that unless if we start legging up or legging down, that's another thing to indicate you really do want to get on board somehow, because if it's plowing through these areas, that's some real strength, and it's another way to use that, right? It's another way to use that. Get rid of this green line here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I may have deleted something there. Not sure, but it doesn't matter. By the time we get up there, at least for me, it's probably going to be, I've had enough for the day. So let's see where we are. Look at this, all this motion down. Okay. Let's just take a fib and throw that on there here. Okay. Well, how about that? 38.2. How did I know that it would be right on a fib? Well, I actually didn't, but you do kind of get to get good at eyeballing them. Let me see here. I think I've got I might have programmed a few of these in here. I thought I did. There we go. I'll leave that. How about that? Okay. So get rid of this poor high here. All right. So what does that mean? Well, that means there's potential that this is just a retracement. Now, all the heads I look at, if you know what I mean, all the heads are saying, potential for back and fill today. The Chinese trade talks have sort of the enthusiasm's waned a bit. There's been some earning reports that aren't the greatest. In 15 minutes, we got some housing, or maybe we already had the housing news. We got news at 10, by the way. So let's look at let's take a plane ride here. They're also are saying my favorite word. Just kidding. Overbought. Oh, the S&Ps are overbought. Well, all I'm saying is that, they can color it with all, the markets run, generally by traders. The in and out motions of the day are very often just traders. Not exactly like you and me, but, presuming that you're just a little guy. But there's quite a few of those too. So at any rate, what am I trying to say? Well, most traders are looking at technical. They're trading technically and not fundamentally. Most of the general traders. Okay. So there is profit taking. I'm talking day traders, short-term traders, swing traders. This kind of stuff, barring the institutional components of all of those. Okay. So they can color it with all the news they want, because you can spin it any way you want to. Everybody's got an opinion. And if they don't have one, they can make one up. Why not? Opinions are, well, there's a lot of things you can say about opinions. So at any rate, let's look at this. This is important. Now you say, oh, look at these lines. It's so busy in here. Okay, well, that's fine. That 9150, it's close here. It's the open here. It's about the high of here. I'm going to take it out now. I don't really need it. But what's more important to me right now is that from this move up to about here, okay, and we could even call it from here to here, and I'm going to, is a trading range. Let's see, where do I want to call it from? I'm going to call it from right here down to right here. What should I say here? I like this one. It fits more with like how I normally do it. Okay, I'm going to extend this. Didn't really extend it. Okay, got a problem here. Let's go there. There we go. All right, that gives a clear picture. Okay, so what happened is through the overnight we came down to 9 moving average, which is an indicator of trend, and the trend is up obviously, but we're sort of, this is a balance area. Very much a balance area. 1, 2, 3, solid right here is solid balancing. We don't quite have a reversal pattern here on the 24-hour. We'll look at the other in a minute. But we came up above this trend line, had some throw over to a level. I don't remember what it is. Could be a value area high or prior high. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And we've come back down into this, down to the 9 moving average, and we're back right now. 91.25 is here. Let me make sure I've got my price levels on here visible. 90.75, 27, 90.75. Let's go over here and see what that looks like. 90.75. What are these purple lines? Oh, I think those are ones as well. Now, these are VPOCs. I'm going to leave those. I'm going to take out the green ones. The green ones aren't so important to me. But the VPOCs, there's usually a dynamic around those that you want to be wary of, and that's chop. Okay? So there's plenty of time. It's 20 minutes. Look at our range here. It's pretty much average with last couple hours in the London session. Not anything to worry about. There'll be plenty of trading opportunities. Looks like the VPOC may move down here shortly, which would indicate we're probably going to continue lower, hit some of these stops and things like that. Now, let's see, what was I doing? 90.75 is right here. Okay, 90.75. I put a line on right above my little, area there. Okay, this is sort of we're bullish above, we're bearish below. Now there's obstacles in the way. Okay, there's a lot of things that have to happen around these dynamics. You got to get acceptance down here. You want to get solid acceptance outside of this gray area. Well, if you're like, well, I don't know what these gray areas are, I need to understand. Well, you're gonna have to pay attention and just watch for a while, because I don't really hold a lot back. Not selling anything right now, and I would like to populate these levels for people, and committing to that, maybe make $20 a month for that, $1 a day. If anybody uses Sierra chart, now if you're interested, let me know. I do need like 10 people to make that worth my commitment. But at any rate, my point is that these are all trading plans. They're not zones. They're trading plans. They're plans that if we get here and buyer step in, that's probably good for a move of some sort, anywhere from a tick to a reversal, or the market mainly is reversing. It's just developing a range all throughout the day. When it trends, then we talk a different story. Okay, these areas don't really matter that much until we get to extremes, and even then you're the proverbial your circus act, catching a falling knife. So at any rate, all right, so I better wrap this up before it crashes. Now we were going to look at the regular trading hours. Okay, I got to throw this on here. Give me 1 second to see the exact level, because that almost looks like an island reversal. Let's see. The high here, let's see. High here is 94.50. The high today, 95. Okay, and this low here is 95. Almost to island. We opened up an island reversal. That's excuse me. Start over. That's bearish. This was from yesterday. If you didn't see yesterday, this just means that it doesn't mean anything, because look how long it's been going up and we've stayed up here. It doesn't mean it's turning back down. But again, technically, it is looking like the 9 moving average here is wanting a kiss at 70. It's at 27.80, right? Or this trend line. Actually, we could make a new trend line off of some of this, and I'm not going to do that though. Well, yes, I am. I'm going to do it. I don't really like some of these. It's kind of going to get a little. My chart is actually a little cluttered, and gets that way. Gets that way. It's just like the kitchen. If you're working, you're going to have to. You try to clean as you go, but sometimes you need to leave stuff on the counter. I'm full of some analogies sometimes, eh? So let's see. I like this one. I like this one. Make it a little snap to higher low. Always want to make sure you get it, because when you get the charts like this, okay, I'm going to do something else. I don't want the little dots. Let's just go with let's go solid, and let's make it a little thinner. Make a happy little trend line. Okay. Oh, look at that. Here we are. Okay. So let's find out what that is. We're going to get below. It's not looking like it. Maybe that's it to the downside. I don't know. I mean, you got to consider that every time. So there's having a problem right here. Buyer stepping in. Trend line may be important. 27.90. Let's take a look. 27.90. That's basically the S1. However, I think the odds are it won't hold, but how long will it hold? That's the question. Remember, value lower. The VPOC did move. As I said, it was likely to move down. It did. Value lower, pointed lower. This looks like a retracement. Picture it. See us going straight up. Now, there is a potential. If we look at a 30-minute bar chart, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. I haven't drawn one of these in a while, have I? Okay. Let's see where we are. Now, sometimes you do get this sort of a slow launch. Let's just take a look at it. Sometimes you got to visualize it. You really got to draw it out. Just really do. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that's an area I want to watch for potential. Exactness kills. You got to be careful. There's a low here. Let's just see what the low there is. The low there is 88 right here. Looking at 90. Or no, I'm sorry, 88. And where are we? Yeah, we're at 88 right on that line. 88. So 88. But if you get that far, you can see they're going to want to get stops here. Stop bullies. Look at this tail on this 30-minute bar. Look at this wick. You know, if you picture this a candle, right? You know candles. What's that saying? Well, there's not a lot of momentum to the upside, and sellers have stepped in, buyers have stepped in. No conviction yet. We're just meandering. Who's going to win? We're going to get a flush first. Okay, well, this is a long video, but so what? But anyway, remember, there's the here. Let me do this real quick. See how it lines up. Sometimes it'll work out. Sometimes it's horrendous. Let's see, 18. Okay, I think I'll leave that on here. Oh, how about that? Look at this little cross. Now that means to me, and sometimes these lines don't really translate very well, you know, because you got this volume in the middle here. But other times it really does. So figure this area right here, at some point maybe today, might be pretty hot. Now account for some throwover because there's the gray volume, right? And it comes down to 81.25. Then there's a low here. You figure if they're going to get there, they're going to get that out most likely. Can leave a poor low, but you know, 80.75. A single print here. I don't know. It could give out down here, but good odds there'll be nice little bounce moves there. It doesn't seem like it's going to trend down there, so it's not like we'll get on board on a trend. But it does, you know, again, we do have, because the head and shoulder thing is already fulfilled, you know, we could just rotate back up to the upside. So, you know, once again, market can do anything it wants. Nobody knows which way it's going to go unless they have control of it. And nobody really seems to at any one time. I mean, excuse me, nobody seems to all the time. So if we get acceptance back in this range, now remember we're still above this 90.75. That's bullish. I would be looking for turning one of these. Now this may have already happened into a now a place to buy against the VPOC, against this TU, you know, TUVW right in this area. In 4 minutes, we're going to open in B. Could, you know, we can see it fall down to the open area. You know, I do think that B will come inside yesterday's range, maybe the 2618. Watch out there. If we don't get any continuation, you might want to start to look that we're going to roll over to the downside. Okay, so that's the best I'm going to do for now. As far as some ideas, you can slow the video down. That's, you know, on your YouTube, you can slow the video down. This ought to be red. And copy these out if you wish. Okay. Happy to do that for you. We do have a poor high way up here. Okay. Seems like I'm missing some areas. I might have accidentally deleted them. But anyway, here's your downside. Okay. Here's your downside. Well, if you think this is too busy, then copy out one area at a time and put it on a clean chart. You know, that's all. That's all. You could change your colors. You can do whatever you want to make it easier on your eyes. You don't have to have Fibonacci levels in there. That was just for illustration purposes. Okay, take that out. 90.75 go no go area. I'll make it pink. I'll make it kind of fat just to remember it. This is our sort of go no go. I don't like pink. All right, we're starting to get back into where there might be, you know, we got a new TPO, might be some convictions. So I need to get to making the donuts. And hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I didn't sleep well last night. And not sorry I didn't sleep well. I am for myself, but not for you. All it means is I got a late start. And then I had the video initial, even though it was started right on the open, which is late in my book, but not necessarily. Because if someone is wanting to follow some of this stuff with me, you know, kind of look to this to advise themselves, then, you know, keep you out of trouble a little bit, but it crashed. So starting over. So anyway, like, subscribe, hit the bell, appreciate hanging out. I got a group chat here. You can always chat with me if you want. That'd be great. And it probably would help curtail some of my soliloquy a bit, which would be helpful because sometimes, I don't have I think of things to say as we're going along here, and I'm kind of also just thinking things through. So, all right, that's all. Make a great day. Bye.